papers are the scoring subjects, but there is a huge variation comes in marks among the students in these subjects. So how can we gain in these subjects more scores?
Actually, what you said is right. Essay and ethics are opined to be one of some of the scoring papers of the UPSC, but it's actually not the case for many of the aspirants too. Some of the people score very well, and some of them get very less marks. I may not be the right person with respect to essay because I have got very average marks in essay. I got only some 127 kind of marks. So one thing I would advise people with respect to essay is that you write as many essays as possible, because that is one mistake I did. I haven't wrote many essays, thinking that my knowledge in political science and the general studies will come handy for me, but that's not the case. So you should write as many essays as possible on as many subjects of as possible. So you can pick health, you can pick education, polity. So you try to cover all aspects of topics for that might be a probable essay topic. You start writing essays on it, and definitely you will see one improvement. Coming to ethics, I scored decently well. I got 120 marks in ethics. So one thing that worked out for me is I used to watch Michael Sandel videos in YouTube. So this justice under justice videos, Michael Sandel is one of the political scientists. So he took close to 10 videos. I think it's from Oxford or some university. So those 10 videos will give you clarity about what ethics is all about, and how to solve ethical dilemmas or moral dilemmas. So more often than not, what I believe is that these huge variations in ethics will not come from the first part of the ethics paper, but from the second part of the ethics paper, where you have these case studies. And it is very important to strategize a case study. How do you answer? You need to have well in advance a plan to tackle each and every possible moral dilemma. So you need to know the political philosophies, for example, libertarianism, liberalism, Gandhiism. So all these are ideologies which will help you in taking a decision. So each case study you can apply one of these philosophies. You can quote those scholars, maybe one or two practical examples, and then closing. So that is how I attempted my case studies. So for each case study, there is always one ideology uh, under which I took a shadow and then answered my question. So by doing that, what happens is that if I am the evaluator, if someone says me that this is the ideology, these are the principles, these are the scholars who have provided a solution when we are facing such moral dilemma, one can't object it, right?
Yes.
So more often than not, you will not end up with a very low score if you do that, because you are taking that shadow of, you are taking the support of very very great scholars that this mankind has witnessed. So if you follow those principles or the preachings of those scholars, if you start applying those principles and preachings in your ethics paper, I think you will score good marks, in my opinion, especially when it comes to case studies. But when it comes to the first part of the ethics, you have to be very thorough with the subjective part of ethics. So what is the definition of ethics? What is moral? What is the definition of morals? What's the difference between ethics and morals? What is governance? What is good governance? All these are very tricky questions. But if you are thorough with your ARC reports, the fourth ARC reports, ethics report, I think you'll be able to answer very well. And I followed lexicon that time, just to get that subjective clarity. So and then Michael Sandel videos, justice videos, ARC report, and then solving few case studies, getting them evaluated, taking the feedback and all. You need to have a very good clarity of mind while answering the case studies. So the first thing that I did is, in the first paragraph of my case study, I used to write what the case study is all about. Just summarize your understanding of case study for the evaluator. So the moment you understand that case study, half of your job is done. At least the evaluator will know that you have understood what they are asking about. So you can say that yes, these are the principles that are in conflict, okay, or these are the values that are in conflict, or these are the morals that are in conflict. So if you can write that in the first para, so then your case study is set. For example, for a public servant, more often than not, the values that will be in conflict are his professional ethics and his commitment to family. Okay, that might be the case. So these are two different values which have to be honored by a public servant. If a particular case study has a particular situation where he has to choose one among them, okay, situation might come that he has to choose one among them. Then your answer, the first paragraph of your answer should state that these are the values that are in conflict in this particular case study. Then it all depends on you how you develop over that dilemma by taking the shadow of different philosophies, different preachings, different scholars. So if you do that way, I think more or less you will get a very safe score in ethics. But when it comes to essay, you have to do a lot of practicing. You should be thorough with your facts, and you should be very good on how you end your essay. Okay. I am not the right person to discuss about essay. As I said, I got very normal marks in essay, but ethics, as I have explained, that will help. Yes.